Hey guys, welcome to my channel again. It's DDK of course, and you found my awesome Quake space, CS space, and many other things. And I haven't produced much content recently, and I'm trying to be quiet because people are sleeping. But I've been wanting to put loads more content on my YouTube again because it's a passion of mine. I've been constantly trying to find time. Spent loads of time on the CSGO Pro Plays and establishing that series. So if you haven't seen that, most of the new ones are on the Faceit.com channel, and really check those out because that's really, I learned editing with those videos. Doing those taught me a lot, and I'm going to try to bring some of that into everything else that I do. And so here's episode 18 of QuakeLive Plays, and this won't take me 6 to 8 hours to make like the CSGO Pro Plays. This will take much less time, but will be equally fulfilling. And I had someone submit a demo to me about a month ago, and he sent this mail. Dear DDK, I thought I would submit a demo of mine for your community QuakeLive Plays. I have 1580 elo, and I'm playing against a 1670 elo guy on toxicity. It went 2 overtimes. Oops, spoilers. Well, and then he says, fingers crossed. Kind regards, Oscar. So thanks very much, Oscar, for submitting the demo, and we'll just jump into this then. Alright, enjoy guys. So the thing here is I'm actually using my playing config just because I didn't set up the new config here just yet, but that should be fine. But anyway, we have an opening spawn there, and this has played pretty well overall. Would have liked to also, I mean, you can make an argument for going for the LG first there before swinging on back, but managed to get it anyway, so it's not a huge deal. And back on the rail, this is a really nice position. Maybe a little bit too much noise. Could have maybe waited, going for a bit of a trap, but took the engagement with a better stack and better arsenal. So it's pretty unfortunate that the fight actually went against Tufflax here. I think that was pretty good overall, but backing on the pressure, also a really good move. Just keep the pressure up. Of course, we're thinking about the mega, so good again. Everything pretty good so far. Just a little bit of a executional snafu to begin with, and here is a good place to keep pressure and also get that LG. So again, pretty much liking all the decisions so far from Tufflax, and going for the challenge with the LG here, and again has the stack to take the damage, take the fight, and going to be thinking about the path to mega here, and again using that weapon advantage. So again, good moves from Tufflax so far, and yeah, you can't really ask for a better rocket than that one. And back on the mega in time, so we've got the next one spawning 44, so that's something we need to bear in mind. Great position again. Only problem here is the lack of the rail, but you know, the rockets are really making up for that right now, and he'll be able to pick up a rail straight away afterwards. So okay, gonna go for the drop and swing back for the yellow. So unfortunately, you know, managed to drop there and didn't have access straight away to the railgun, but not a huge deal. And I do like that he's keeping pressure up here, and of course, you know, really keeping the mind on the mega, because of course that spawning was for 44, I think we decided. So should be up there, but we're just playing it a little bit cautiously. Okay, 54, sorry, my bad. It's been a while. And again, keeping the pressure up on the red. This is really standard and solid play so far. I mean, I wouldn't have done anything really differently from Tufflax so far. The only problem is, again, the railgun. But where do you find time to go for the railgun? The opportunity needs to present itself to you, and I think this was a good one, because again, we've got the red armor as the next big item, so this also makes a lot of sense from a defensive position to take for that red armor. So it's kind of 2 birds with 1 stone kind of deal there. And of course, you know, 54 is the last mega, so we're looking at 29 here, and there we go, gets the pick up on 33. So again, still keeping track of the time. So really good play, and also pushing up the stairs there to bully is really nice as well. Again, I'm actually quite impressed with the play from Tufflax here, considering his elo. He's definitely playing much beyond his elo at the moment, and making really good decisions. The direct rocket was pretty nasty, and this is actually going to be one of those situations where if I'm just calling Levo, if he actually keeps the pressure up, he can actually turn the map around here before the mega, and that's exactly what's going to happen, it looks like. And actually, good rocket there, kind of baiting him out. And Lever, you know, not just settling for the mega pickup, but instead going for the frag. Could have cost him mega, but it seems like he's doing all right now anyway, having gotten the pickup. And This is a tough situation. There's two choices here. Could have stayed for this move. If you're, if you're a player that is really confident with the aim, really focused on your aim game, you could have gone for that. Or after picking up the rail, he could have immediately jumped up to the 50, gotten the LG in the yellow. I probably would have made that play personally, because I don't like to rely on my aim, but you can make a case for what he did there. And again, off the spawn here, it's going to be about taking good positions. This is a classic position. I like the usage of that there with the rocket launcher up on high. Definitely good move to make. Keeping the pressure up, and the pressure was not so great. I mean, that's really a situation where if you just have the rockets to work with, you should be thinking about going and getting other guns, using your time in a more effective way, because you're not going to get anything out of the rockets. Like shooting rockets from that distance, he's never going to get hit by those. If he's got his eyes open and not closed, he's going to be fine. So that's the one. I think that's the hugest kind of misstep or misjudgment I've seen so far. And looking at the situation now, again, got to be thinking about that mega. It's a good rail connection, and Levo pushing in on this now. Yeah, gonna go down. So problem is health now, and so much armor, so you can't really think about. Yeah, there we go. So 25's picked up. Mega coming soon, and keeping position for any items that will spawn, and also trying to see how his opponent's going to move around the map and kind of making a judgment based on that. All good choices to make. And Olivia going to go down again. And I feel like Tufflax is using positions pretty well overall and keeping track of the items. Of course, Toxicity is by and large a map about execution. And when I was casting with Twister, he said that he doesn't even think that positioning is really that much of an important factor on the map. And of course, pressure is a huge one, and timing as well. On this map, you just want to get the damage in, and that's largely what it's about. We see Levo going down against some good rails, and the red was just picked up and didn't really lose much health from that. So this is all about re-establishing the mega time right now. And mega, of course, is a really big item on this map, really important one. I mean, what map is it not important? But it really makes the difference here, because whether or not Twister argues about the case for position, I really think being able to hold on to good positions is always going to be, there's always going to be the key factor that you have a better stack to do that, and the mega is the best way to assure that you're almost always having a bigger stack, especially as the armor tends to dissipate very quickly on this map due to the amount of engagements you have. So we moved to 11-7 with Tufflax dying there. His opponent pretty much has everything and all the item times. I think the last item that was picked up was a red by Tufflax, so he's going to be aware when that spawns, and this was kind of a nice evasive move that turned out into a fight. And again, those situations are quite hard to play, but the thing is that actually worked out pretty well. Got a strong rocket in there, and you can actually push straight in onto the kind of the position, close to rail there, to see if you can get damage or get a pickup. And it seems to be that Tufflax is actually again pushing and pushing and pushing. Unfortunately for him, although he keeps getting Levo low. He should have played an opponent with an easier name to say, I gotta say. Even though he keeps pushing him low, he can't quite get the frag, and this is also a very common thing on this map. And you're often going to be investing a lot of damage into your opponents to try and see whether you can get them down enough that they will die just before the big item spawns, so you can start cycling and taking control and so on. But that's it right now. You gotta deal with the pressure from your opponent, try to get maximum damage out there. Luckily, Levu made a mistake, and Tufflax was able to actually take advantage of that by stealing away the mega. It's a really, really huge deal, and now mega's on his mind. He's really thinking about how he positions himself in the future so that he's going to be there to defend it. And the problem is right now is that he just lost everything, all of his stack. But the one good thing is that he knows that, or should know, I think, that Levo doesn't have the time on the mega, so this could actually work out for him. Unfortunately, though, the weapon selection and with the positioning as well is working out very, very positively for Levo. Not much to do about it, but yeah, okay, there we go. We have the pickup at the mega. Again, Levo didn't know when it was, and I don't think he knows when it is now. So that's still a huge commodity for Tufflax actually, and this is what's getting him back in the game right now. So let's see what he's able to do from this position. Seeing some good rockets there, just trying to get himself onto the yellow. Again, the problem with not having a rail when your opponent has it is that he can give you damage, like he can get damage for free from certain distances, because you don't have a weapon that can deal with a rail at certain ranges, and we're seeing that, and that's really like putting him back on the back foot. But because Livo doesn't know when the mega time is, he's not actually able to take frags when he should have actually been able to. He should have been able to take the frag in the mega there if he knew exactly what was going on with it. But unfortunately for him, he still doesn't know, and that's what's keeping Tufflax in the game. A nasty push off into the acid, but I do like how Tufflax was kind of moving in the upper areas there, trying to get some good positions close range, and that is really important to use when you have a low level of stack. And again, just making the play for the mega here, but I've got a feeling that Tufflax is going to run into Levo very soon as he comes up the teleporter indeed. But can he delay enough? He is able to actually take the mega in time, but Levo should have a time for it now, and being one frag behind, he needs to hold onto this stack to try to find a good engagement, and making the engagement to push Levo away from the red is definitely quite a key one. Again, this map is about the execution, it's about the pressure, and Tufflax made the play that he had to on the red. There's no other way to play that, because if you do, then you're going to just die. It's playing to kind of lose not so badly instead of just playing to win. You've got to take the risks, and now because of that, he's able to pressure and get back in the game, get himself on the board with some damage, and win some items again. So again, it's a natural thing to try to find the next engagement. 10 seconds left, and he's done some damage, and Livo's not been picking much up, so really needs to get on top of him. Good rocket jump there. Gotta try to get the guess, and the guess is good. So and we go to the first overtime. So this is about just maintaining the cycle now. You don't have to do anything fancy on toxicity when you have control. Just keep pressure up, keep working the spawns, and just keep the items going. That is what it's about. And you know, hitting the shots so that your opponent's alive for the least amount of time, so you're able to actually take the least amount of damage, and that allows you to make more frags back to back as your stack doesn't get worn away too badly. The plasma there was pretty decent from Livo, and it's a little bit of a setback because I feel like Tufflax is in a position where he can't really easily take an engagement for fear that he loses too much stack, and that is what just happened. Livo forced that engagement to drop his stack, and now kind of cut off from anything but a yellow, maybe 225s. This is a very bad spot to be in, as Livo should be able to get the red armor. So with that knowledge in mind, oh, very nice rail coming out there. And with that in mind, actually, it looks like Tufflax is going to realize that the red was actually not taken due to Livo's positioning, and it's still up. Still going for the damage though, and pretty sure that red has to be up there. And it's like the frag is going to go to Livo. So we're tied up again, and good mega timing. So Tufflax, you know, definitely, as Twister said, you know, timing one of the biggest elements of this map. Tufflax is definitely doing well there, and again, the mega is saving grace. And if the other player has more elo, which he does, quite a bit more elo, his lack of a grip on mega has really been his biggest problem. And this is going to allow now a nice little fight to be taken. This is a great place to take a fight, because look at what Tufflax has to back onto. He's got the 50, he's got the red, and Navu, he's got maybe 225s, maybe one of the yellows. So it's a much better position overall for Tufflax to decide to take an engagement because he has the escape option, but not only that, he has the better escape option than his opponent. And those are the fights you want to take, where you can fall back onto more armor and health than your opponent. And so that's enabled him to kind of roll it into a big advantage. Would have liked to use a rail there at that distance, but never mind. Still in a great position, got the pressure. Gonna go for the clean kill here, and maybe not as clean as he would have liked, but that's gonna do the job. So 13 to 12, and again, just gotta keep the cycle going. That's all it's about. Just get the armor pattern established, the megas, just keep that going and win the fights. This map is very much about that. If we're talking about doing a lot like deep analysis, it's much more friendly on maps like Sinister, Lost World, Blood Run, you know, maybe Delirium as well. I haven't seen much Delirium yet. I have to do one of those, and we're gonna get another fight as well. And it's really just too simple at the LG at that range with much more stack. So that's going to go pretty well for him. And at this point, again, you just want to, like, there's a lot of, if you want to be good at this map, if you want to really train some of the in-fight aspects, TDM is very, very strong at helping you in that regard. And I'm going to get the GG call there and the forfeit, so really well played to Tufflax there. But I'll just make this this comment right at the end here as we close this one off. TDM is really important. TDM skills really important on a map like Toxicity, where a lot of it is about just finding the fight and creating an efficient damage dealing situation. And this is why a player to watch, and if you want to go back on some demos, watch some Cypher demos on Toxicity from DreamHack, the last DreamHack Winter 2013. That was really sick, really sick from Cypher. And Cypher's just one of those players that's able to do loads of damage when he's in the fights, and that's what this map is about. It's about taking a lot of fights. It's about, once you know you've had the good fight, establishing the cycle, making sure that you're on top of the item times, and maintaining like really good efficient fights. And so that's, honestly, I think that's Toxicity in a nutshell. So anyway, that was episode 18 of Community Plays. I hope you enjoyed it, or QuakeLive Plays rather, and send me more demos. You can send them to dancap@gmail.com for now, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot for watching.